How many coins did you have?
My highest point had 113,000.
Jesus Christ. I have 10,000. I thought I was like doing well. I'm like, man, I'm rich.
It sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But the highest I spent on them was 2.7 cents. So.
Wake it up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Marckie P Show. I'm here with my man Christian. He owns my local establishment. One of the owners. I go there and I just get obliterated every weekend. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you. It's good to have you.
How was your ride in?
Eventful.
Yeah, sounded eventful.
Eventful.
You're only like an hour and a half late.
Which for me is actually bad. I'm usually about 15 minutes late.
Okay.
So this was
You like triple, quadrupled it like your Dogecoin money?
Yeah. Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what happened on your way in today.
Well, as I said, I'm usually about 15 minutes late to everything. So I went out of my way to make sure that I was going to be here early.
Yep.
Figured I'd show up to Boston, get a breakfast, get everything going. It didn't work out that way. I heard a weird noise, and I was like, let me pull off. I was in front of the Ludlow rest stop on the Pike. Pulled off. See the tire just start going down, down, down. I'm like, all right.
Yep.
I was like, I'm good. I'll jump out and freaking change it real quick. Yeah. I'm a man.
I'm a man. I can do this. I got man hands.
That truck's like 2 years old. Never changed a tire on it before.
Oh, boy.
Go to look for a tire. No tire.
You don't have a spare?
Evidently I don't.
That's crazy. I thought like all cars came with spares.
Evidently they don't.
I just figured out.
Evidently they don't. There's an empty space.
First fact check of Hurley's entire career is him looking up spare tires for the next hour. So go ahead.
So there just happened to be a service guy there, and he was like, well, you don't have it. You know, it's too big. He said, I can't plug it because it's too big. There was like a piece of metal in there. And I was like, all right, well, I got to be somewhere.
You have metal in your tire? There
was a piece of metal in the tire, yeah.
That sucks.
So he was like, well, I can patch it. It's going to take a while. I don't have any. I was like, listen, I got to go. It's early. I'm trying to call people. He's like, listen, I got a guy at Enterprise. You'll be here in 10 minutes with a car for you.
Okay.
I was like, bet.
Perfect.
So it took about a half hour.
Yeah.
But showed up.
You did show up.
In the meantime, though, I'd spent the weekend trying to find a nice slimming shirt.
Yeah, that's me every day of my life.
You know, it's hard to slim down 450 pounds of
pure burl.
Exactly.
Just pure sex appeal.
So I thought I did a good job.
Yeah, you look great. You did great.
No, this wasn't it.
No, that's not the one. Oh no.
No, he tried to show me how to put a spare tire in if I were to get one.
Okay.
So I leaned down under the car, came up with a big crease of grease.
That's
so
outfit destroyed.
Destroyed.
Now you have to burn it.
So luckily I had the uniform black polo in the trucks, in my car. So fly down here, made great time, I thought.
Yeah.
Then I relied on Android to get me to the building.
Yeah.
By the way, Google, I'm done with Android.
Done.
It's over.
Done. Fuck Android.
Never again.
Fuck Android. I'm saying it.
Dude, fuck Android. I am lucky. I have two phones.
Yeah.
I have a business phone and a personal phone.
Yep.
I relied on the personal Android to get me here. Ended up dropping me in the middle of the Big Dig Tunnel.
Yep.
And there we go. I was twice.
It told you to get out.
It told you
that you had arrived underneath the building.
Now my limited knowledge of Boston said that I bet she was right above me.
Yep.
Turns out it was.
Imagine if you pulled over to the median and were just like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking walk. I'm just gonna leave the car here. It's right above me.
I wasn't that far off.
Grab the ladder, be like a Ninja Turtle.
So I finally I switched to the iPhone. Gives me good directions. Then I make a wrong turn on my own. Everything in Boston is you have to go 10 extra blocks to.
Oh yeah.
So whatever, I'm here now.
Everything's a one way. You made it.
I made it.
You made it. You're alive. You have to buy a spare tire and a new shirt.
I don't care, man. I just wanted to get here.
No.
I don't like to let people down.
Thanks for being here. Well, speaking of letdowns, Christian, I have a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
You know, our buddy Juan and I decided that we were going to do keto from the 10th to the 10th. So the 9th was yesterday, Sunday, the Lord's Day, my favorite day. And, I like a few of those, Bud Light adult sodas.
You do like them.
And you were out. There was no Bud Light draft in sight. gone.
which is amazing to me.
It's nuts. Do I drink that many Bud Light drafts that I've completely cleaned you out?
You did go after it Saturday night.
Yeah, we had a little night Saturday. Yeah, so no Bud Light drafts, but like I went for the bottles, and that's fine, and that's okay. I'm a Bud Light draft guy, but now that I'm keto,
See, if you had let me know that you didn't have any, I would have found you some.
you would have just procured a keg from somewhere, just
Listen,
over your head. Strongman Marckie P, I got one for you.
absolutely.
You know, now I know on the 11th of June. I think that's the date. On the 11th of June, I just expect a keg to be sitting.
You know what? To me, that's just a letdown because I got Bud Light on the patio. I got Bud Light in the banquet hall.
Yep.
So for them to tell you no, a little disappointed.
Little disappointed.
I'm gonna have to have a staff meeting when I get back.
Yeah, you should. You should just be like, look, guys, find the draft beer now. But until then, now I have to drink like vodka. I mean, I'm not really like a hard liquor guy.
You're not. You're really not.
I mean, I'll do like the shots of Jameson and the picklebacks, but for the most part, man, I'm like beer and water and coffee. Those are my three.
What you're gonna learn is that it's less filling.
Yeah, that's true. I do wake
I don't
up.
drink beer.
I do wake up every Monday morning being like, wow, I had like 7,000 meals last night.
Yeah, I can't imagine how that feels like.
Yeah, it's gross.
Strictly.
Right now, I'm bloated.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel like a whale. You put lemon pepper wings on the menu for me.
I did.
Yeah, my face graces the menu.
It does.
Like
It's actually quite popular now.
yeah. Let's talk about those lemon pepper wings. They weren't on the menu before I made a big stink. Yeah, the more that I think about it, I'm an actual diva. I'm a diva. You can say it. You can say it.
No, I'm not gonna.
Perfect.
I'm not gonna.
But the lemon pepper wings graced the menu with my face.
Yeah.
Boom. Marckie P Show special.
That's it.
And it came with a Bud Light.
It did come with a Bud Light.
I mean, you had the
official wing of the Marckie P Show.
That's the vibe right there. So if anybody wants a fire lemon pepper wing, and we can eat wings on keto.
You can.
As long as they're not breaded. So I can just fire.
Do not bread our wings.
They're so good. I can just fire wings down. Like,
I'm pretty sure that's the point of keto, right?
yeah, just
as much fat as you can stuff in your body.
Yeah, as much protein and fat as you can stuff into your body.
Hey.
And I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. And,
But I don't know if you heard.
Oh, boy.
There is a national shortage on chicken wings right now.
Is there really?
There is.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean for me?
It means that last week I had to go to 2 different states to our distributors didn't have any. I had to traipse around.
Wow. Does that mean like wing prices are going up?
Oh my god.
Like
double right now.
Double. So like a 12 is like
no, we're not. For me they doubled.
For you they doubled. For the consumer.
For the consumer, not quite yet.
Interesting. I didn't know if that was a thing.
Yeah, evidently.
Just like pop up out of nowhere because everybody is
lumber, chicken wings.
Yeah. They go hand in hand, hardworking men like me and chicken wings.
It's crazy.
Actually, I've never done a hard day's labor in my life. So I don't know who I'm kidding. I've never worked hard ever. But yeah, the chicken wings, that was a fun moment for me to like see a menu of the place that I go literally 4 days a week.
Listen, man, if anyone earned it, you earned it.
Yeah, man, that was a fun one. That was fun. And also speaking of earning things, man, you were a Dogecoin guy.
I am.
Early. Did you sell?
I did not.
Okay. Do you regret not selling?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
I mean, you were in early, and you didn't check your bank account. You didn't check your bank account and realize how much you had in it.
No, I was in early. Honestly, just based on you guys talking about it, Jeff.
Yeah.
I got in early, and then on my own I saw Elon.
Dude.
Shoot out a couple tweets about it. To me, that enough was to buy some more.
Yeah.
And then one morning, I was having breakfast with our friend over here, and he got me excited again. Bought a little more.
Yeah.
And then my daughter came home from school one day, and she was excited about it, so I bought a little more.
That's cool. You bought her some, right? Didn't you buy some for her to just show her the ins and out of how to be stressed out as a child with crypto?
I did.
That's awesome. How many coins did you have?
My highest point had 113,000.
Jesus Christ. I have 10,000. I thought I was like doing well. I'm like, man, I'm rich.
It sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But the highest I spent on them was 2.7 cents. So
right.
I mean, it's really
that's still substantial win.
It's a win. It's still a win.
Yeah, it's still a win.
It's still a win.
How much of that are you giving to your daughter?
Well, she has 500. Oh no, she has $500 worth. So she has right now. She has 20,000.
Good for her. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, what made you want to like be like, hey, look, jump into this with me, or like, what was the thought process behind giving her some crypto?
I am huge on financial literacy. It's like huge.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts that they don't teach it in schools. It drives me nuts that people start their lives knowing nothing about credit and stocks and
Very true.
real estate. And it's just my goal. Like, if she's not there by the time she's 18, I failed. Like,
yeah, I mean, they don't teach that in school.
Nothing.
Which is crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, they teach kids now how to do like square math.
They hand you a credit card when you're 18, but they don't teach you anything about it.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That is wild.
So, if she's interested in it, it's something we could talk about. So
yeah, that's cool. And she's making herself a little bit of money.
she made quite a bit.
Are you like you're holding forever? This is your college
not
fund.
Not at all.
I'm holding forever.
If I do that, then I'm not teaching her anything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I tell her what I'm doing and what I think.
Oh, you're like super transparent about like what you're doing with your crypto.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
I mean, that's our dinner conversation every night. Like,
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
and how old your daughter?
14.
She works at does she work at the restaurant?
She does.
Nice. You got both of your kids at the restaurant, right?
I do. Yeah,
running around.
Hey, they gotta earn their keep.
Love it, man. It's great. It's a family restaurant, man. It's earn your keep. Do you force them to save their money? Like, do you say, hey, look, you can buy this pair of Jordans, but the rest of the money is going into the fucking bank?
No, not at all. But I try my best to guide them in the right direction.
Right.
I fail miserably. Actually, that's not true. My son is a spendthrift.
Is he?
He'll buy like a pair of Jordans.
Yeah.
Keep them fresh forever.
Oh, okay.
Like,
buys them, puts them in the closet, leaves them there.
Yes. And he doesn't waste money on anything. My daughter, on the other hand, she's a teenage girl.
Yeah, that's true. Teenagers, man. I have a 1-year-old niece, and every day I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna grow up one day and like be able to do things, and I'm nervous. Yeah. I'm nervous, but I'll teach her about crypto.
Hey,
you said I'm a little upset though. You said that you were gonna come in here like Lil Uzi Vert with the Dogecoin in your forehead.
Listen, I managed to procure an actual Dogecoin.
Yeah, you did. Where did you get it from?
Where do you get anything in the world?
Oh, China.
Amazon.
China.
Amazon. Yeah, if it had hit $1, I was gonna have it
implanted. Are you happy that SNL tanked Dogecoin? You're fuck.
I was looking forward to it.
Hope that it gets to 99 cents so you don't have to like fall through with coming onto the show with a Dogecoin embedded in your forehead.
I was down, man.
that's
but I wasn't
so
gonna
wild.
be the guy that walked in after it went down with it.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No.
Oh, it was supposed to hit $1, and I just knew it was going to do it, but it didn't. And now I have a Dogecoin in my forehead. But Elon Musk is like, and Juan and I were chatting about this. Elon is sending a rocket to the moon with a Dogecoin, and they're going to put a Dogecoin on the moon.
Yep.
Like, he must be so pissed off that his SNL tanked Doge that he's going to be like, you know what? Whatever I can do to get back to the point where I was.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
I mean,
that was my thought process when I didn't sell.
Yeah. Like, it fell.
Like, his ego took a hit.
Oh, yeah. Of course it did.
Men like that, he's got to make up for it.
He's got to make up for it, right?
See.
But, maybe maybe Dogecoin, when it hits the moon, we all go with him, maybe. And then you have to come back on show number 2 with the Dogecoin in bed.
I will have a Dogecoin in my dome.
Yeah, I mean, also the only thing that people should be shooting into space is Elon. The Chinese rocket just fell out of the sky.
It did, yeah.
That's banana land.
You know what, though? As with everything else in the world, they blew it out of proportion.
Yeah, I mean, it almost destroyed my favorite dream vacation spot, the Maldives.
Maldives, yeah.
Yeah, it almost fucking destroyed the Maldives. Which, I mean, I'm never gonna go there. I'll never have as much money. But like in my thoughts, in my dreams, when I wake up, I'm like, wow, I went to the Maldives.
Over the water.
Oh yeah, you kidding me? Just absolutely butt naked.
The Chinese rocket sticking out of the back.
Yeah, Chinese rocket sticking out of the back of my fucking bungalow while I'm naked. That's just a vibe. But Elon Musk should be like the only guy that sends shit to space. I
don't even think he should be sending things to space. I was pretty cool with NASA. The space shuttles, they land, they take off.
Yep.
They land on runways.
Yep.
We had it figured out. I don't understand what happened.
Yeah. Now we're just like sending random shit. It's like,
lowest bidder.
Yeah.
Send our astronauts up to the.
Send it.
It's crazy.
Like, oh, let's put this in space. It's like a Chipotle burrito. Why are we wasting $9 on a Chipotle burrito? Sending that to space.
Out of control.
It is out of control. And before we get into you and your life, we're going to have a quick word from our sponsor, Manscaped. Quick word from our sponsor. Manscaped sponsors the Marckie P Show and Big Night Media. Use code Big Night. You get 20% off and free shipping. Cuffing season is over. It is now one night stand season. I just created that. You don't want to have a guy or a girl over your house when you have not prim and properly shaved your area, especially if it's only for one night. Last thing you want to do is show up at the bar and have them be like, that dude has a bush and it's massive, like the redwood forest. Get rid of it. Get it out of here. One night stand season. Use code Big Night. 20% off and free shipping. We love Manscaped. Back to the show. What was your start in the hospitality industry?
Early. I was
You're a fresh 21, right?
17. I was a big kid. Someone thought it'd be a good idea to let me be run a door on the Jersey Shore at a bar.
Okay.
And just start from there. It's been nonstop.
Yeah, since you were 17.
Yeah, 20.
What was working the door like in the Jersey Shore?
Everything you saw on TV to a T. Plus.
Literally MTV like nailed it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Who's like
actually? That's where I was in Seaside. That's where I.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where I went to high school, and that's where I started working.
What were the most like famous people that you had to deal with at those nightclubs at an early age?
They were at the Jersey Shore. It wasn't really. It wasn't really famous people.
Oh, because it was kind of still under the radar.
It was. It wasn't. It was all techno at the time, and it was like. They'd call them the bridge and tunnels. It was like a lot. It was a lot of money, but it was all like stockbrokers.
Got it.
Young professionals.
Okay.
Things like that.
So just rich people in general, not so many celebs.
Yeah.
And then that changes, obviously, years.
Celebs they spent their summers in the Hamptons.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was like the junior vacation spot.
Yeah, like plan B.
Exactly.
Like, let's go to the Jersey Shore.
Exactly.
And get a T-shirt made, airbrush T-shirt.
But I did. It was the beginning of Paris Hilton and her sister Nikki.
Okay.
So they weren't even 21. They'd pop in from time to time.
Wow. Young Paris Hilton.
Terror.
Weird.
Terror.
A terror. A terror. Yeah. Love that.
Terror.
Who else?
A lot of kids. Like, it was crazy back then. You're a celebrity. You didn't need ID to get in a club.
Yeah, you just show up. They let you in.
They encourage you to come in, and I remember very young Kim
K.
Yeah.
Yikes.
They were running around New York at the time.
Okay.
She was probably 16.
just being terrors.
No.
Well, her dad was famous lawyer.
Yep.
Right, for OJ.
Yep.
So I'm sure she had just a little bit of money to spend.
Dude, the money was incredible. It was another level from anything you see, even in Boston. It's another level.
Yeah. When did you leave Jersey to head this way?
So I spent all my summers in Jersey and New York, and I went to school in Springfield. So
okay.
I transferred to AIC in Springfield.
Yeah.
So I would spend the school year in Springfield, then go back down to the shore, bounce around between Manhattan and the shore. Okay.
And just working random jobs, doing club stuff.
Just club stuff. Yeah.
Club stuff, man. That's where we all begin. And like doing weird club stuff. Like I was giving beads out to girls at the Mardi Gras. Like that was my intro to nightclubs when it was a lure.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was my intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naked girls. And my parents were like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going to a nightclub." I didn't tell them the nightclub was attached to the strip club. Because they'd be like, "Oh, you're working at the strip club?" Like, lit.
Dude, the craziest thing, my mom never asked me where I was going. She knew what I did. She never asked me about it. It was so normal to her.
Christian's on his way out. Whatever. We'll see him tomorrow.
Yeah.
What now?
And dude, that's how it was. We'd work at a bar on the shore till 3 a.m. when they closed. And then everyone, the staff, customers, caravan into the city.
Yeah.
Start working at the Sound Factory. Do that for
jeez.
They'd go till 8 or 9 in the morning. It's crazy.
Just making money.
Making money.
Dude, those are the days too. Like everything back then was like under the table. Yeah. It is what it is. That money's long gone. The government can't find that shit anyway.
Yeah. Bags of money.
Just bags of money. Oodles of money.
No such thing as a cash register back then.
Yeah, no, your pockets were the cash register.
That's crazy.
So then you work in the security business, and you become part owner of Nathan Bill's. Beautiful spot. I love it.
Appreciate that.
My second home. Over the course of the pandemic, you had to close your restaurant for a time being.
We did.
But inside of that, you were doing takeout only.
We were.
And you were also donating meals.
We did. Yeah.
Do you know how many meals you donated?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me the number. Is this number going to fucking blow me away?
Probably.
How many meals? So you guys, just to preface this, you were donating meals to frontline workers.
Yep.
Nurses.
Hospitals mainly.
Hospitals mainly.
But we also did the police departments.
Fire departments. Yeah.
Public works.
Nursing homes.
Yeah. We started to run out of places. We started.
We start running out of food, and then you start running out of places to give food.
Yeah.
How many?
We stopped counting at 30,000.
You stopped counting at 30,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
30,000. Yeah.
How many meals a day is that?
It would be anywhere from 250 on a slow day to 800, depending on
That's just
how
insanity.
many shifts we were feeding. And
How did you know where the meals were going? Would somebody call in or with a donation, or would they say oh, hey, I would like to buy 10 meals for?
It started so organically. State shut us down on St. Patrick's Day last year.
Yeah, which is the biggest drinking day and real food day too, for an Irish bar.
It is. Being an Irish bar, we had a couple 1,000 pounds of corned beef, potatoes, cabbage.
Right.
And we got shut down. So because of the nature of the pandemic, no one knew, business companies weren't taking product back.
Right.
Because once it touched your hands, they didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
So we had to get rid of it. And we just decided to donate it. And, Nathan Bill's is a lot of nurses, a lot of cops, a lot of firemen, a lot of civil servants, things like that.
Right.
So we started with friends. If we had a friend that worked this shift, we sent that shift to
Right.
And then people heard what we were doing. So, it started out as just me and, my partners. And then people were like, they saw what we were doing. And they were like, well, how could we get involved?
Right.
So then we're like, sure, if you had a family member or someone that you wanted to donate to, and if you, made a donation, we would match it, find other people to match it.
Right.
Get everyone fed.
That's an awesome initiative too, especially in a time of when, all the businesses are shut down. Your revenue goes to nearly zero.
Yeah.
Right. And doing takeout, you guys weren't really doing takeout.
We're not a takeout business.
You were in a takeout business. So to have to adapt to a takeout model.
Yep.
And lose the revenue from being people sitting down and eating and drinking to donating all that food. That's also got to be a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but it's it's what Nathan Bill's was founded on.
Right.
It's who we are.
Right. Giving back to the city, surrounding areas.
We spend a large portion of our time doing charities.
Right.
So to us, it was just an extension of that.
Right.
And of course, we didn't think it was going to go a year or 3 months closed. They were saying 2 weeks to stop the spread.
Yeah. A year and a half later.
So, we took them on their word. And to us, it was just something to do for 2 weeks.
Right.
2 weeks turned into a month turned into 2 months. 2 months turned into June before we were allowed to open again.
Right.
So, it was something to... just something to do.
When June comes around, they give you the go ahead, hey, you can do people in here. You guys literally.
Well, at first, it was just outside.
It was just outside, yeah.
So
you have the tent up. Obviously it was. Yeah. That's such a weird thing for me to think about, though. You can't go inside, but you're allowed to go outside, and you see people in New York, literally building buildings in the street.
Yep.
They're like, but we're outside. It's like. Fuck, I guess technically you're right. But
they did. They went in New York. I saw some of that.
It's crazy that happened. But in the meantime, when they give you the go ahead to open on the inside, you have to buy enough plexiglass to literally cover a hockey rink.
It was crazy.
Like your business now still is plexied all over the place.
Yeah.
Plexiglass between tables, plexiglass to stop people from talking to bartenders. Like it's literally a hockey rink.
It is.
How much money did you guys spend, like roughly, in trying to make the building itself COVID safe?
Just in plexiglass, 10,000.
Just in plexi.
Just in plexi.
That's just crazy. And they didn't really give any notice. They just said, "Oh, hey, by the way, you can open."
2 days.
They gave you 2 days notice, 48 hours, right?
48 hours. Yep.
So that means every bar and restaurant has to sprint out to Home Depot or someplace that they can procure plexiglass.
Yeah.
And I mean that obviously shoots the price up.
Astronomically.
Yeah. I mean, you guys and
doubled it instantly.
Doubles the price instantly.
Yep.
I mean, $10,000 in plexiglass. That's insanity.
Yeah.
Like, how do you recoup that back if you don't have revenue? You know,
Listen, some places didn't have the capital to even buy it, so
they just couldn't open.
That's horrible.
Yeah, dude. We've gone through like one of the world's worst hospitality, stretches ever.
It's incredible. It's unimaginable, and I mean, Boston's seen the worst of it.
Yeah,
I just driving here, getting lost for a little time that I was. It's crazy.
Yeah, you see just coffee shops that would usually be open that are just not open.
Bars that I spent a considerable amount of time in after Celtics games and whatnot closed.
Completely closed.
Crazy.
Like everything at the Garden is like
for lease signs in the windows. It's like that's how you know it's not coming back.
Yeah, it was a crazy time period, man. I mean, obviously we're all happy that you guys got through it. Because that's our release, right? That's a lot of people's release is to go out with their friends, have a bite to eat, get a few drinks in them, or 50 Bud Lights like me, and
Yeah.
it sucks when that's taken away from you.
It does. It sucks when it's taken away, and it sucks when you've worked, you've worked and saved and struggled to open a place like that, and they come in and shut you down with no answers.
Right.
Don't tell you if they're going to be able to help you out. Don't tell you anything, and just say you can't open tomorrow.
Right.
It's tough. It's tough for everyone. It's tough for the people that rely on that place.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have quite the staff. Like
70 people. Yeah.
How many?
70.
70 people that were out of work for. I mean, were you allowed to do drinks to go? I know that was a thing for a little while.
That was a thing later on, but it was never really a thing.
Right.
It was something that the governor did to appease the bar owners and stuff, but who wants to pay
a premium?
I probably sold a case of beer over that whole time.
Yeah, you sold me some beer. We were drinking like Jack's Abbey or something weird.
A couple bottles of wine.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing. People, if you can go to a package store and buy it people have to understand, bars, nightclubs, restaurants, we buy our liquor differently than how package stores buy it.
Right.
So when we buy any kind of booze or alcohol, we have to account for it at the price that we sell it for the state.
Right.
And so we couldn't just say, all right, we're going to get into the to-go booze business and start competing with the package stores.
Right.
That's not an option for us.
Right.
Because we have to account for our menu prices.
Right.
Because of taxation and things like that.
Right.
So it was never really a thing.
Yeah, and then you have to staff somebody else.
Screen.
Agreed. That's a great word. It was a smoke screen just to kind of make people happy.
That's it.
Have you noticed like an uptick with vaccines and people being vaccinated? And one of our owners, Ed, I think the word is, or the term I think is like enforcement fatigue.
Yes.
And I could be butchering that, so I apologize. But are you noticing that as people get vaccinated, the less and less they want to like listen?
Yes.
And they just like, fuck it, I've got 2 shots already. Like, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that.
100%.
Like, what's that been like to deal with, like from you and like your staff side?
It's just popped up the last couple of weeks, as far as like really, really noticeably.
Probably do with the weather too, right? Like people want to be out.
Done. They're just done.
Yeah.
They're done. And it's tough because there's still people who aren't done. And when the law is on their side, you have to err on their side.
Right.
So, in this day and age of camera phones and geo tags
and
everything else, you get 5 people not following the rules, one person upset about it takes a picture.
Right.
That's my license.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
so.
It's crazy. I mean, I know that our date here is like August 1st, and just Massachusetts as a whole, still not an attainable. You know, for a guy like you that still has to staff 70 people, like you can only fit so many people, right? They're doing like 6 per table.
Yep.
What if you show up with
that
8?
Actually changes today.
That changes today.
Yeah, it's going to 10 today.
10 per table.
Yep.
And I mean, that helps your capacity, right? I mean,
so not so much to us.
Yeah.
We got lucky with the capacity because we have a banquet hall, we have a patio.
Right.
We were able to stretch it out. We were able to move tables around.
Right. To abide by like the social distancing table thing.
I mean, we got very lucky. We had advantages that a lot of places don't have and didn't have.
Right.
So, you know, we were blessed.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, man, we in the industry, we don't want to see our brothers and sisters in hospitality fail.
No,
it's like it's the worst feeling when you, like you said, you see a lease sign up in a window of a restaurant. You're like, what could we have done to help them?
And as you know, it's a small community,
very small.
I know bar owners in Boston. I know Worcester, Hartford. Like, these are my friends. They're people that I've worked for at one time or another. That have worked for me at one time or another. That,
right.
You know, it's a family. It's a pretty close knit community.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of the strangest. You're always gonna have a rival that you have, you know, some competition with, but for the most part, everyone's cool. Everyone gets along, and to see them struggle and see them fail, it's hard.
It sucks. Yeah, you feel like you take it personally. You're like, I wish there was more that I could do. Yeah. You know, but hopefully they start pushing these dates up, and you know, the businesses that are struggling and the grants that are. I mean, those are impossible to fucking apply for at this point.
They're insane.
They're impossible to apply for. I'm sure you've spent countless days and hours and nights. And
you know what? Luckily, you know, we have a good team, and Nathan Bills and one of the other owners, Joe. He's pretty well versed at that kind of thing, and he's kind of taking the reins with that.
Right.
And again, we're lucky to have accountants, and we're lucky to have people that work for us. So we have an advantage that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
And it helps us get through it. But if you're just an average small bar
trying to make it by,
trying to navigate through the process of applying for these things, it's nuts. Yeah. You need a college degree. You need a master's degree to get through some of it.
Yeah.
To be able to follow the rules and
for sure.
The distribution requirements. It's not easy.
Yeah. They shouldn't be making it as hard as they are for places to at least receive back the minimal amount of income that you had to put in to make sure that you were COVID safe up until that point.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be hard.
There should have been instant grants to let people become COVID safe.
Right.
How hard would that have been?
Yeah. I mean, they were given PPP loans to Shake Shack. So like,
yeah.
It's like,
and even that great program.
But
you were so limited to how you could use it. 75% of PPPs had to go to a salary.
Right.
So if you're not open,
and
you could pay people to stay home, which is an important tool. It allows you to retain people that you don't want to go find another job.
Right.
But it doesn't help you with your bills.
Right.
You were not allowed to spend PPP on rent, mortgage. You were not allowed to spend it on product. You were only allowed to spend it on that, and then a small portion you could spend on utilities.
Just to get you by.
Yeah, just get you by.
That's fucking crazy, man. It's obviously living through it. You never think that you're going to live through something like this.
Oh, my God, no.
You know what I mean? You're like, this is part of a sci-fi movie. This is like
crazy.
Kiefer Sutherland in 24. Like, you don't think that you're going to live through something like this, and then it happens. And you would hope that the government has your best interests. And you every once in a while you just go, wow. I rely on these people and how these people.
That's the problem, though. Sometimes people think too much of government.
Yeah,
they're just like us. It's you and me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right?
They don't have any special playbook to solve things like this.
Yeah,
but you would hope they'd put in a better effort. Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
so
going forward,
what happens next time?
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna shut down for a year again?
I mean, hopefully not, man. Hopefully the plan is in place. I mean, they created a vaccine in like an hour. It seemed. They're like, vaccines take 10 years. And like, I'm sure in the YouTube, there'll be like a COVID. It's like, this is COVID safety rules like they do on Instagram. But like, they literally created a vaccine in like 10 minutes.
They did.
Like a couple dudes from Pfizer that were making dick pills We're like, go over there and see those guys at that table. You guys are going to figure this out. Next thing you know, vaccination.
Scary.
Wild. They're like, oh, these usually take like 10 years. It's like, oh, dude, they did it over the course of a lunch. Like, they did it over the course of lunch drinks.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it's wild to me. But, you know, I mean, get vaccinated. Don't get vaccinated. I mean, it's your body. But, I mean.
It is. But is it really?
Dude, not any fucking more.
You're not going to be able to go visit the Maldives if you don't have a.
Yeah.
You don't get your vaccination.
I'll tell you what, if somebody's giving me a free trip to the Maldives, dude, I'll let them vaccinate me with anything. Just inject me with anything.
Tell you what, you know, we've talked about this before. I'm not sure how I feel about it. My only reason to get it would be to travel.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, Puerto Rico's looking really good right
Puerto
about
Rico's
now.
looking real good. Sitting on the beach with a nice Mai Tai.
Listen, man,
you know,
you'd be hard pressed to find nicer beaches.
You're not kidding. Maybe we just all just go right to Puerto Rico from here.
Maybe.
We just Logan's right down the street, 2 minutes away. Just have somebody else watch the bar for the evening. So we've come to the point in the show where one of your employees, good friend of mine, good friend of ours, the show, Susan, sends us in questions. And
I'm a little disappointed. I thought she was going to be here
imagine she's actually just going to kick the door down right now, just fly in, red hair,
down.
headscarf, one draft beer, one Mick Ultra. And this is where we get producer Hurley involved, and we're gonna have a little fun. You ready?
Let's go.
There's one question on here that I have to save for last. Okay. First question: if you could be a professional athlete, what sport would you play?
Am I going first?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, professional athlete. Oh, this is gonna be a weird answer. So I used to play volleyball in high school.
You're kind of tall and lengthy. I can see it.
Yep, lank is exactly what they want.
Yes.
But I don't know. I just think, actually, even better, I would go beach volleyball. I think it's just like such a chill sport. You get to hang out on the beach every day.
Yeah, I love that. I love that answer.
So I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, beach volleyball.
Just girls walking by while you're spiking the ball on people. It's like, come here.
True.
Go ahead.
Strictly, my greed's taking over on this one. Soccer.
Lionel
Messi.
Yeah.
See the details of his last contract?
Yeah, just the amount of
like
money.
$250 million in 4 years.
Yeah.
Soccer all day.
The amount of money that guy makes is just. If he even looks at a soccer field, they're like, "Here's $1 million." Like, he just drives by. It's like, "Oh, look at that park. That's nice. Like, here's $1 million."
Soccer, but
yeah, the money's there
every day.
I would choose baseball for the sole purpose of the same thing. Less strenuous activity, way bigger payday. Like, I love football. I love watching football, but the art of the thought of having a concussion every 3 minutes.
I'll tell you what, my dream growing up was to be a professional football player.
Yeah.
And 2 knee replacements later, no way.
Yeah, you're like, no thanks.
No way.
No.
Average life of an NFL player is like 3 years.
Yeah, literally.
And then a lifetime of pain.
Yeah,
So,
and then
good.
back surgeries, everything.
All about the soccer ball.
So it's one of those things, man, where you like with baseball. I mean, I could play baseball with my fucking eyes closed.
Yeah.
And he'd pay me hundreds of millions of dollars to hop on a flight, go to Cincinnati, and then play 3 games, and hop on a flight and go to Tampa, play 3 games.
Not a bad life.
Sign me up.
Not a bad life.
Right? Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, those are good answers. Next one. What character would you be in Star Wars?
Me first again?
Yeah.
Okay. Good question.
And if you need a second to think, I can also go.
Okay, yeah. You go first, Mark.
I'm going to go with the Mandalorian.
Oh.
Just because he's a bounty hunter and he's badass. And, I mean, Baby Yoda. How do you not love Baby Yoda? I might just buy a Baby Yoda and just carry it around with me just to have it. 33 years old, walking around Boston with a fucking Baby Yoda.
Tell you what, if I could find a Baby Yoda, that's what I need in my life.
Yeah.
I need some directions.
Have Baby Yoda get you here. I love that. Go ahead. What you want to go? Yeah, Han Solo.
Absolutely.
Okay. I like Han Solo.
I was always, let's see. I guess I'll go kind of same deal as the Mandalorian, but to change it up a little bit, I'll go with like Boba Fett or Jango Fett.
Okay.
Like one of those guys with the jetpacks.
Okay. I respect that. I respect that answer.
Jetpack would be solid.
A jetpack would be so sick. You would have gotten here way faster. You would have gotten here way faster.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't have to get trapped in a tunnel. 2 more. Actually, I lied. 3 more. Would you rather drive across country with a school bus full of kindergartners or ride on the back of a guy's motorcycle that stops for gas every hour? You can go first. Young Christian. It's weird, right?
It is weird. A school bus.
Yeah.
At least I could steal their lunches.
just stealing kindergartner lunches.
I don't know. That would go
Just jacking snack packs from 5-year-olds.
Chris Farley.
Oh yeah.
School bus driver.
That I agree. I'm going school bus because the amount of quality content you can get out of because kids just say some wild shit.
I love kids, so
yeah. I mean, I didn't like kids until my niece. Like I would just look at a kid and just be like, "No, I don't even like you. I don't even know what you're about, but I don't like you." Like if you were 10 and under, I was just like, "No, not fuck with you."
They're so real.
Yeah, they are.
You gotta appreciate that.
There's zero filter. Zero filter.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that one. Go ahead.
I'm
School
not
bus
sure.
full of kids, or on the back of a guy's bike, motorcycle that stops every hour.
Like the Bound 2 music video.
Yeah.
I'm Kim Kardashian in
Yes.
that situation. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, school bus full of kids was always a fun time. We'd
Yeah.
always play this game where the emergency exit like has a little red light in the back, and then basically one person in the front would try to run up, and if you can touch the light without everybody else in the bus trying to tackle you and push you back, then you win.
I think you get arrested for that. I think that's called assault. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but we're middle schoolers.
You get arrested
Everything's
for
assault.
that. Yeah, good point. Okay. All right. I like that one. 2 more. What is your bar pet peeve?
How long do we have?
Dude, fucking forever, bro. It's your show. I can definitely go mine because I have one that really pisses me off. You'll probably enjoy this
You
one
know
too.
what? I mean, I don't have too many because
Really? You're just so used to it now at this point. Everything. You're so used to all the things
listen,
that doesn't.
my whole adult life I've worked in a bar.
Yeah.
I've also had 9 to 5s,
Right.
professional, real jobs. The worst day in the bar still better than the best day
In the office.
in the office.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
cold to the fire, end of the night. You got a bunch of employees that want to go home. They've been there for 10 hours.
Yep.
And people just don't want to leave.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm glad that I put something together that makes you want to stay. But
You gotta go.
you got to go.
You gotta go.
When it's time to go, it's time to go.
Yeah.
People don't realize it's actually a law.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
have to be out the door by 2.
I can get in deep trouble by this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really one of the only things that annoys me.
Okay. Mine would be people who can't hit the fucking toilet. Stop pissing on the floor. PSA, stop pissing on the floor. I don't care how drunk you are. You don't get a pass to just piss on the floor. I don't need to go in there after having 6 or 7 beers and be like, wait, did I just piss myself or did somebody before me piss themselves? Like, that shouldn't be the thought. Like,
True.
Just PSA, stop pissing on the floor.
Yeah. Stop pissing on the floor.
From here on out, if I walk into any bathroom, also, you know what it cracks me up? The drunk dude that will just if you go to a sporting event and the drunk guy will be there with his fucking pants all the way down to his ankles. You're so fucked up that you couldn't hold your pants or just use the zipper. You just pull those motherfuckers right down, all the way to the ground.
I mean, we can talk about bathroom pet peeves all day.
Oh, bathroom pet peeves are terrible.
I hate when people put their cell phone down on the toilet.
Yeah, that's
Drives me nuts.
Quick. That's a surefire way to get pink eye.
I can't exaggerate how much money that we've spent at Nathan Bill's hiring plumbers to pull up toilets to inevitably fish out cell phones.
That is just. I mean, one of my friends, she dropped her glasses in a toilet. She dropped her glass, not at the Bill, at a golf tournament, but I can definitely see that people dropping things in the toilet.
But how do you flush it down the toilet?
Yeah.
How do you continue?
Yeah, you're forcing that down.
How does it get into the?
Just fucking
not by
punching the cell
accident.
phone in the toilet. Just,
If I threw out 5 as a number, I guarantee you it's low
really?
over the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Jeez.
And how much it costs to bring out a plumber? You know,
Roto-Rooter. You're single-handedly keeping Roto-Rooter in business with cell phones going down the toilet.
crazy.
That is wild. Yeah. If I see somebody peeing on the floor anywhere I go from here on out, I'm just going to drop kick them. I'm just going to walk in and I am going to drop kick them.
There used to be some there. I went one of my schools. Actually, I don't think it was in my town. I didn't go to it. But the urinals actually used to be like on the ground.
Yeah, they're like called a trough, right? Like a trough urinal.
So I mean, I guess in that sense,
The worst.
maybe bars should start incorporating those.
Would you put a trough at the bill?
Dude, I love troughs.
Less
Let me tell you
cleaning, right?
something. That's the only. I'm a Yankees fan, so I'll just throw that out there.
Boo.
But I love going to
this man.
Fenway.
Yep.
It's you mosey up or whip it out. And,
Yeah.
you know,
There's a bar at Fenway, in center field. Oh, it's a bleacher bar, and the men's bathroom at bleacher bar has a window. So like as you're peeing, there's like a window of just your face. So like you can like point at your friends, like, dude, I'm peeing. Like I can see the game, and I can see my friends, and like you can see your girlfriend going through your phone because like you're peeing in a window.
That's incredible.
Yeah, maybe we get troughs at the bill.
maybe.
All right, petition again.
But unfortunately,
Just kidding.
that bathroom will never change.
Yeah, no,
For the
2-man can.
existence of Nathan Bills.
I was at lunch the other day, not at the Bill, but not going to say the restaurant. It was with Juan, my brother, and Jeff, and we like our conversation was about the bathroom. We were like, why is there a massive hole in the bathroom? Somebody ripped the paper towel dispenser off, or a mirror, or whatever was there, and there was a 4x4 hole in the wall. Drywall, like you could see the insulation. Like I could have entered that into a different dimension.
Let me tell you something. Bars and nightclubs. Somehow they just they attract holes in the wall.
They do. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Wild.
But I'll tell you what, liquor companies fix that for you real quick.
Oh, here's a sign.
I can't tell you how many signs are hiding holes to another dimension in your favorite bar,
Crazy.
bars or clubs.
This just in. John.
It's the quickest, easiest way to.
Yeah. You put up the band schedule.
That's it.
Band schedule sponsored by Jameson. There's a fucking hole behind this that will send you literally to the moon. Yeah. So that was it. You gave me your pet peeve, right?
Oh no.
No, you didn't.
I guess I'll say it from a DJ perspective because I DJ at the big night venues.
You want a toilet in the DJ booth? No, I'm kidding.
I'm just sitting on it all night
Just
long.
sitting on a
no one
throne.
can tell the difference. It's a little stereotypical for a DJ to have this as a pet peeve, but I'm gonna say requests.
Okay.
Sometimes they can be good, but other times it's just like, I know, I've been doing this for years. I think I know exactly what kind of vibe is set here, and especially too is when I started off DJing, I'd be doing these dinner shifts at like 8 p.m.
Yep.
and I'm getting people like there's families that are just eating dinner, and I'm just getting these requests asking for stuff like that. I
Bust down, Tatiana.
Exactly. It's like that does not. I would love to play that for you, but it does not match the vibe.
I mean, we play the WAP over at the Bill. You know, Nathan
geez.
Bill's in like 4 o'clock when there's kids.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'll tell you what, I've never been a DJ. I've worked around enough of them.
Yep.
It amazes me. Like I get it. That's a great. I totally get your answer, but it amazes me. Like I've seen some meltdowns over requests.
Yeah. They're like, I gave you $1. You're like, yeah, you gave me $1 8 years ago to play the fucking Macarena, bro. Chill.
No, like yes, the people they're always gonna melt down.
Yeah.
But DJs,
DJs do melt down too.
Hate requests.
Yeah, they do. It's one of those things where, and I had one of my buddies, Vinny, on, and he was talking about how the request never matches what's being played. So it's like, if you're playing hip hop, there's always a guy that walks up like me and is just like, yo, man, can you put on that new Zed track? They're like, no, dude, I'm playing 50 Cent right now. Like, this will never work.
Yeah,
this will never work.
that I get totally, but it's crazy. Like
meltdowns.
meltdowns.
Oh, yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Both side meltdowns. Last but not least, and I don't know, Hurley can't answer this one because he doesn't know these two, but who wins in a fight, Jackie or Sue? 5, 4, 3,
Sue.
2. Good. Yeah, she would have hit you with like a Jameson bottle.
I believe it.
You would have just passed.
No,
you would have not been able to leave Boston. You would have to move your whole family here because she would have found you, hurt you.
Do you see Jackie fighting?
No, I can't. No, she'd just be like, stop, don't touch me. That would be it. That would be the extent of Jackie's fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Sue is she's built different.
Yeah, she'll just kill people. But dude, thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Fun.
next time show up 15 minutes early. No, yeah, had a good time, man. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Go to all the stuff: Spotify, YouTube, YouPorn. Only YouPorn for your pleasure, not because I'm there. Do all the stuff. 60% of the people that watch this show are not subscribed. You should be.
It's real simple. Just hit the button.
Just hit the button. Just hit the button. It's red. It's this big. Just boop.
Hit the button even if you don't like it.
Hit the button even if you don't like it. I love that. All right, everybody. Peace.
Take it easy.